Hello, and welcome to the TrailManners Podcast. I'm your host, Eric Manning, coming to you from the beautiful trails in Ogden, Utah, but connecting you to wherever trail, ultra, and mountain running takes us. We'll bring trail running to life with amazing athletes, discuss the latest topics, epic journeys, and get you stoked for your next trail adventure. We're sharing the moments that make life special, because even a rough day on the trail beats a good day indoors, and nothing beats time spent with good friends and great stories. Catch us here weekly for your dose of dirt, vert, and good vibes. So now it's time to top off your water, grab some cheese curds, and join us for this week's podcast, where we take you deep into the heart of our sport. It's go time. Hello and welcome to episode number 142 of the TrailManners Podcast. Our guest today is none other than Megan Flip Phone Martinez. The TrailManners Podcast is produced every week for your enjoyment. The show notes are found at trailmanners.com. Come back often, and please feel free to add the podcast to your favorite RSS feed or iTunes. You can also follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at TrailManners. If you're so inclined, TrailManners would really appreciate any contribution via our Patreon account at patreon.com/TrailManners. All links from the show notes. Now let's get after it. All right, so welcome back to another edition of the TrailManners Podcast. I'm your host, Eric Manning, episode number 142. And if you can't tell because you're not used to it, I have a cold. So I picked this up on Thanksgiving afternoon. Went on a run in the morning, came back, had a cold, suck. So you're going to have to listen to that for this podcast. We do, however, want to introduce, well, I'm going to slow down. We're at the coffee compound in Ogden, Utah, and I'm drinking a bulletproof coffee. There is a plastic container full of cheese curds sitting in front of me from Henning's Wisconsin Cheese, handcrafted cheddar curds, and a, not to spoiler alert here. You
didn't even see that sitting there.
There is a flip phone sitting in front of me. Let's see a movie, it says, right on the text. It's a toy. Maybe not.
Hey, whoa. That is the flip phone.
This is?
Yeah.
I don't
that
see
is
the
where, hey,
camera
it's
hole.
Top secret.
This is like a James
top
Bond
secret.
film.
It is.
So if you haven't guessed, those listeners that have been a part of the show, we have a iconic TrailManners character.
Whoa.
How's that?
Wow.
You're part of the culture here at the
That's
TrailManners Podcast. We have Megan Flip Phone Martinez.
That's right.
Sitting here with me today.
I already got in trouble.
So, yeah, she's been our worst guest, and we hadn't even started. I stepped away for a moment to get a coffee, and she was going through my notes.
I don't like to be surprised.
And we have a lightning round. She was even cheating.
I like to be prepared.
Cheated on the lightning round, so we might have to throw in some curves now. This is this isn't the real one. I knew you would do that. So
you did not know that.
The other one.
You did not know that.
You seem like a cheater.
I'm not a cheater. I just like to be prepared.
So let me ask you this.
I don't like surprises.
Scale of 1 to 8, because 8's my favorite number, so we don't do 1 through 10.
Okay.
1 to 8. 8 being the most nervous. How nervous are you right now?
I'm speaking, so I'm not that nervous.
So like what number?
When I guess...
You didn't answer the question. 1 through 8. 8 being the most nervous. You are a number...
I guess a 5?
5?
3?
Okay. 3? No, you're higher than a 3. You're jittery.
I'm jittery?
Yeah, you got a death grip on that microphone over there.
Because I don't know how to talk into it.
You're doing pretty good.
Okay.
So, Megan, give us a little background about yourself. This is a trail running podcast.
It is?
It is.
Okay.
How did you get into trail running? What started you there?
I started into running first, just running in general. Okay. The Ragnar.
Ragnar races?
I got sucked into Ragnar. I'd never run a mile in my, like the mile in high school that you got to run.
Because you have to.
Because you have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got tricked into doing Ragnar. I think I ran like 5 miles of training before running Ragnar.
That's not bad.
And I had like the longest Ragnar leg to run.
Which is what, 7, 9? I don't know. What do you think? What would that be?
I think the longest I did was like 7. But total It was like, I think I had like 20 miles.
Okay, it's like
48 hours.
3 legs or so?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I was hooked.
On running.
Hooked on running.
Okay.
But that was actually, I just did the little 10-year challenge post today. So that was 10 years ago.
Oh, really?
It was 2009. I did Ragnar.
2009, so 10 years ago. So you
10
were
years
13
ago.
at that time.
I was
Let's
13.
Write that down.
That's
you were 13
right.
when you got
I
into
was
running.
13.
Okay, so you started young.
Started real young.
So 10 years ago,
10
you got
years
into
ago.
running, and it was, what did you do after Ragnar? You said,
Like
this
some
is fun.
10Ks, yeah. Well, that next day I didn't move.
Yeah.
I like got out of bed and fell back down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good
It was
rest
not
day.
okay. It was rough.
And was it that day you thought you'd run more, or was that day kind of like,
I think that day I was like, nope, we're
this
good.
is stupid.
We're good.
Right?
Yeah. No, then I did some 10Ks, and then I did a half marathon in like 2012.
Okay, so 3 years later,
3
you got
years
into a
later.
half.
And then I got more into the hiking. Then I was just a hiker. I was not going to do the trail running thing.
You just wanted to hike?
I was just going to hike.
When did you discover trail, or when did you decide
I
or
like
discover?
knew about it.
Okay.
But those people were way too legit. I couldn't be a trail runner.
Why?
I couldn't be one of you crazy people,
Well,
crazy trail runners.
now you say
So
that.
I thought trail running, like that was like you had to run 100 miles to be a trail runner. You couldn't just go for a run.
Just go for a
You can't
jog.
just go out for a jog. It's like you run 100 miles if you're going to be a trail runner.
That's a misconception.
Mm-hmm.
But you did start trail.
I did.
So did you decide to do that on your own, or was there a friend?
I kind of just decided on my own. So I got into the hiking thing, and then I had friends who were trail runners, and they said I should just start running the trail. Like, why are you hiking? Just go
It's
for a
faster
run.
if you run, right?
I know, but I thought you had to like run uphill. So then I would hike up and then run down.
Sounds like a trail runner to me.
I didn't know that at the time. I thought this was like some new crazy thing I was doing. Like,
You
hike
invented
on
it?
up. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I used to call it the hike up, run down.
Hike up, run down.
Hike up, run down. What's that acronym? Whatever that was. That's what
Hike
I'd label
up,
it
run
on
down.
Strava.
Herd.
Herd. Yeah.
Hike
Herd.
up, run down. So
That
you
would
were
be
a
my
herder.
Strava. Yeah, that would be my
Well,
Strava.
I'm going to write that on my paper. Herd. Hike up, run down.
I'm glad you wrote that out.
Glad to forget.
You would.
I'm old. I'm not 13 like you are.
I know.
What's
I'm 13 now?
like you were?
Oh,
so
okay.
you're only 23 now.
Yeah, but then I heard a podcast. It wasn't your podcast. It
all
was
right.
a different podcast.
It's all right. We're not necessarily the
About-
gateway drug.
About the Cirque series.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm going to give that a try. It's a rough race to start out on.
The Cirque series, that's a lot of vert.
Yeah.
You just go up.
You just go up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hike up.
You hike up and you hope you don't die on the way down.
So it was a herd. Hike up, run down.
That's what it was.
Hurdler.
Should I
You're a
contact
hurdler.
the Cirque series? Should I contact Julian Carr and tell him to just
Rename the
it?
series.
I
It's
think
the herd.
he should.
Yeah.
It's the herd. You're wrong.
It's the herd. So
You're wrong.
what was the hardest part when you got started? What was the hardest part? Was it the part where you were hiking up and you thought, I shouldn't be doing this? Was it worrying about rocks and roots? What was the hardest part once you came into trail running?
Why do you ask hard questions?
That's what we do here. We are hard-hitting. Hard-hitting.
Yeah, probably the running up, or
Yeah.
just feeling like I wasn't fast enough. Going from, I'm a slow road runner too,
Yeah.
but then you slow down even more once you hit the trails.
So here's my thing, and I'm in this boat or canoe. I think that's a misconception with trail running, and I think it's all in your mind, right? People think, oh, I'm not fast enough, but I think so. There was a movie came out one year, animated, called Cars.
Never heard of it.
Lightning McQueen, beautiful story. It's a romance, and at one point in the movie, he says he had a quote, and I switched it for myself, and it's like, I don't run trails to make great time. I run trails to have a good time. And so sometimes I have to go back to Disney for them to teach me the ways of the world.
I think we can end the podcast right here.
I'll just
That's
drop it
it.
and we're
That was-
done.
that
That was the
was
quickest,
deep.
folks. This was a
That
great
was-
episode, right? No, but I think a lot of
No,
people do
lightning.
that. It's like, because I say that. I mean, I've been running with somebody and they're faster than I am, and I'm like, yeah, I can't keep up with you. But at the end of the day, there's those that you want to do fast runs or maybe do a better time. But at the end of the day, it's just about being out there, right?
Yeah.
And is
Yeah,
that something
sure.
you were drawn to, being like
Oh, yeah.
hiking and just different than, say, road running?
Oh yeah. Now I can't even go out on the roads.
It's hard,
not
huh?
Okay. It's rough.
So on Thanksgiving morning, I ran the Parkway because I couldn't get to the trail. There was so much snow in the parking lot I couldn't get in.
That was a rough morning.
It was ridiculous. And I came back and ran the Parkway, and I thought, well, it's not too bad because there was snow from shin to knee. So it wasn't like I was on the road. I was on fluffy pillows. right? Just a lot of work. But yeah, I'm the same. So, what's your favorite part of trail running? We talked about the hardest part, which was your mindset, right? Which is basically what it is.
Yeah.
And now, what about your favorite part?
So pretty.
It is, huh?
Yeah. Especially growing up, like we stayed in Ogden. You did not go to Salt Lake. You were going to Salt Lake, you'd like pack an overnight bag. Like my parents are homebodies. Like,
okay, that's a 30-minute drive.
You pack an overnight bag and
bring your PJs.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You got to prepare for that. So, always local to Ogden. And when I started running, I got down to Cottonwood. That's like Blanchy has my heart. So just the views, seeing stuff that not really exposed to.
And you get to see stuff that not everybody sees.
Yes.
Right?
You're up there and you're like, a lot of people who will never see this.
Yep. And it's sad in a way.
It is sad.
Right? Like, and I think that's what's helped, I guess, if you want to look at it that way. With social medias, people can now see things and maybe encourage them a little bit. There's the FOMO, right? Fear of missing out. But I'm with you. I think my favorite part is the views. And just sometimes it's, even when you're running with people, even if you have a group, it's still the solitude.
Yes.
Because I was running on Thanksgiving morning, and it was dead quiet with the snow, and it was unbelievable. Unbelievable. Like, I was giggling. And I skipped a little bit, the best I could in the snow. But I think that's a big part of trail running. That's why I challenge a lot of people, and when you talk to a lot of people that have been on the show and otherwise that have come from the road to the trail, that's one of the things they're drawn to, right? Is just the solitude and the views. Just a little different.
Then if you hit a peak and you come back down and you're like, shit, that's where I was.
I was just up there. I like it. All right, so
am I allowed to swear on here?
You did. So I think we're
try
good.
To keep it as PG-13 as I can.
I think I heard that on CBS the other night anyway. So
what if I drop anything bigger than that?
There's an editing process this goes through. My editor, my podcast editor.
Is that Gunner?
That's he helps me. He needs help because he doesn't have thumbs, so it makes it a little more difficult.
That's rough.
He's he's part of the quality control team.
I'm sad you didn't bring him here.
Yeah, he's I'm kind of a break from lunch. Work, lunch, break thing. He's at home. He's good. So I think the burning question.
Oh, no.
This is a burning question.
Oh.
How did you find TrailManners?
You're going to like this.
I hope I do. This better be a good answer.
This is a funny story.
I'm ready.
Okay, so I kind of got into the podcast thing. I was listening to trail running podcasts before I was a trail runner. Okay. So, you know Brad Wojciechowski?
I do like and know Brad Wojciechowski. He's a fantastic fella.
He is. You know how he's got the Trail Brethren Instagram?
Yep, Trail Brethren. Mm-hmm.
You know how he's a man of many words?
Yes, he is. He is very much so.
I thought the Trail Brethren did the TrailManners.
Instagram handle or podcast?
I don't know. For some reason, I thought Trail Brethren and TrailManners were connected. And I'm like, how is Brad going to do a podcast?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so that's how you found us?
And then so I just listened. I think I had seen the van parked outside of 27th Street a time or two.
Dark alleys.
Back in my hiking days.
Yeah.
I feel like I was probably talked about. You're probably like, who's this chick with this giant pack going up the mountains?
May or may not have been on the episode that way.
I think it probably happened way back in the day.
It would have been Joel saying something.
It would have been. You would never say anything like that.
I would never say anything like that about anybody. No.
Yeah. So I thought it was the Wojciechowski brothers.
That's awesome. I love the Wojciechowskis.
Yeah. And then I got sucked in.
And then I remember because you started posting photos, and that's kind of where it came, the Woody Footies, and you kept posting the most ridiculous shots in a good way, like just, holy cow. And we thought, who is this? Who is this Megan Martinez, and where did she get her flip phone? Is this cutting edge stuff?
It's right here.
It is right here. And we'll take a picture of that before we leave that we will put on the social media stuff.
I got to call Skipper, apparently.
Skipper?
Skipper must be.
He must be waiting for the movie, the one I saw before. And then, do you remember the first time we met in person? I don't know if it was the first time, but it was maybe close to the first time. What was your recollection?
Was it? Okay, did we meet at the movie, or did we meet at the race? It had to have been the movie Where Dreams Go to Die?
That's what that's the one I'm thinking. What Debbie introduced us.
Yes.
She said, I used to know her in diapers. And I thought, who's older than who? What's the age gap here? Because I'm like, it's not, okay.
Well, if I'm only 13, then yeah, Debbie probably knew me.
So, and I didn't know you, so I'm thinking, so she wore diapers in like junior high? You know, like I didn't know. That's a possibility, right? I mean.
So you didn't know I was Flip Phone Martinez? When you met me then, I feel like at that point I was Flip Phone Martinez.
No, you were definitely Flip Phone Martinez. We just hadn't met in person, right?
But did Debbie know I was Flip Phone Martinez?
I don't think she did.
So we didn't make that connection.
I don't know.
I think I gave you shit about stuff though.
You probably did on more than one occasion.
I think I didn't even know you and I was just giving you shit.
Probably.
I love Debbie.
Oh, I do too. She's amazing. She's helped a lot with the podcast over the years too. She's behind the scenes stuff.
Me and Debbie used to teach kickboxing classes.
Apparently, used to like do stuff with diapers too. Apparently, so I don't know if the two were related, like the kickboxing and the diapers, or
I don't know why they all
someone kicked you so hard you peed your pants. I don't know how that works, but anyway,
we're not going to talk about that.
That's in lightning round. That's in the lightning round. No, I just remember because you did. We always look forward to your photos, and for the longest time, you would have Lake Blanche photos, like almost every week, and they were always so good.
I was a little bit obsessed with Blanche.
Which is rightfully so. It's amazing place.
I miss her now, though.
Do you?
Yeah.
I've never met her in person.
How?
Just I don't make my way down there. I don't pack my overnight bag and go to Salt Lake. Right?
We need to. Well, me and
I have a really good overnight bag though. I just don't pack it much. It's a
You don't
to-go
need
bag.
one.
I have a to-go bag. It's ready.
You don't need an overnight bag to go to Blanche.
Don't I?
I've learned this.
It's in Salt Lake, I thought.
Isn't
that the rule?
But I've adjusted.
You know how it works now?
I know how, yeah.
Okay.
I know you can drive there and drive back.
In the same day?
Yeah.
And do stuff between the hours?
It's weird.
Huh, I might try that.
It's weird.
No, I still have yet to be down there. I've been always looking for a tour guide down there.
Weren't we supposed to go with Brad Sween at one point in time?
We were.
And Logan Ledford?
Yeah, and it never happened.
Let's blame them.
Yep. Logan and Brad, thank you so much for the trip to Lake Blanche. Blanche? Is it Blanche?
You know, I say Blanche, but you say Blanche.
And you say Blanche, and you say Blanche. No, I've heard it both ways, though. So I don't think that there's
Blanchy. She's Blanchy to me.
It's the lake. Lake
it's
B.
Blanchy.
Lake B. That's what I'm going to call her now on. That's
love
my
her.
code name, Lake B.
Let's go.
I'm in. I'm ready.
I went a couple weeks ago.
And?
I love her.
Before the snow hit.
Well, there was a little bit of snow when we went.
Well,
we
but
went
not
at
like
night.
the snow.
No.
The snow, like waist deep or more now.
Did you see that? There were
did.
some people who went up there just yesterday.
And I'm still jealous. I haven't been up there.
Let's go. Let's do it.
I'm in.
Okay.
I've been training. I've been running. I'm doing it.
Have you been training for Blanche though? Blanche and
I don't think I'll ever be trained for Blanche. I'll be too excited. It's like my first day to Wrigley Field in Chicago.
That's like a big deal though if I take you to Blanche.
What does that mean?
Like I don't go to Blanche with anybody.
Shoot.
You got to have a special place in my heart.
Okay, do we need a secret handshake?
Probably.
Okay, I'll bring the diapers.
No diapers.
No
Knock
diapers.
it off.
We're past that stage.
We're past that.
Okay.
I'm better now.
So what is it like being a iconic character on the TrailManners podcast? I look at you like a Bert and Ernie from Sesame Street. Like you say Sesame Street, they have their characters. TrailManners has their characters. And I think you're one of our characters from Flip Phone. You're kind of iconic. You haven't met a lot of the listeners that post, but yet they post and say your name. So you're kind of one of the characters.
I don't want to be Bert and Ernie.
Okay, who do you like? Oscar? You're kind of grouchy, right? You like cookies? You like cookies. Cookie Monster. You like Cookie Monster.
No, I'm offended on so many levels. Who's the newer one? She's like the cute, is it Zoe?
Oh, yeah, the pink one?
Yeah, she's like pinkish
okay,
orange.
You can be
like
Zoe.
Sparkly.
Because Turtle's another one of our iconic people on
Which
our
one's
podcast.
Turtle?
He's definitely Oscar the Grouch.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah, he's Oscar the Grouch.
Who are you? Who's Snuffleupagus?
I could be that.
Okay.
He's recluse. You don't catch him all the time, but when he's there, he just looks lovable. And I think that's me, in a nutshell. I'm not as big as an elephant. Let's get that straight.
I don't think he's an elephant.
Snuffleupagus is an elephant.
No, he's not.
What is he? Yes,
Elephants aren't furry like that.
Okay, well, people aren't pink like Zoe.
She's a monster.
Well, I think Snuffleupagus is a mammoth.
There you go.
Okay,
That's
I'm a
what
mammoth.
it is. You're a mammoth.
I'm a woolly mammoth. That's way better. It goes along with all my back hair. So that works out pretty good. So, all right, so trail running. You got into it. did the hiking, but I noticed over the last few years, for sure, you've ramped up your distance, and you've sent messages to me in the past about races.
It's true.
This race, that race, this race, that race.
It's true.
What's it been like ramping up? Because we have a lot of listeners to the show, some that are nervous about trail running for the first time for different reasons, whether running alone, running at night, rocks, because it's different. But it's also that next step of, am I ready for the next level?
Oh, you're never ready.
You're never ready, right?
Never ready.
It's just, and I think what I tell people is if you're nervous, if you have butterflies, that's a good thing. It means you're excited and you care about it. So what's been your process of ramping up to where you're at? Because name some ultras you've run already.
So my first one was the Skyline.
Okay.
Skyline 50K.
Okay.
That's
a good course.
That was kind of, I don't want to say it was forced upon me, but it was kind of forced upon me.
So it was forced upon you?
Kind of.
Okay.
So I mentioned that I wanted to run an ultra to my boyfriend. And do you know what he did?
Signed you up?
Yeah.
It's a good boyfriend in my book. I'd like a boyfriend like that. Just saying.
I bet we could find you one. I bet we could do it.
If they want to sign me up for races.
It's true.
Did you pay or did he pay?
Oh, no, that was my, I do the cutesy girlfriend thing, had to got him a little Easter basket full of gifts, and then since I got him an Easter present, I think he felt like he had to get an Easter present. It was race registration.
That's a good Easter
Skyline.
Present. Who gives Easter presents?
Do you know what I said?
What?
I said if that's Easter, it's Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
That was a little terrifying.
Well, it's coming up.
Yeah.
Christmas is.
Yeah. So, yeah, he got me that, and we trained together for it.
Nice.
So that was kind of fun. The morning of the race, I was terrified.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't speak to him.
So, okay, that was a 50K. What was the longest you've done before that point?
Or no, that was a 55K. That was a 55K. Because those
I'm not cutting the
Ks matter.
Nope, I'm not cutting the Ks.
Half marathon was the longest race
okay, what about,
I had done.
What about in one push, even a training run? What was the longest you've done?
Probably 10 miles for a training run. I had hiked Ben Lomond and hiked Timp. Ben Lomond's
16 round trip?
16.
Okay.
Timp is 16.
Okay. So 16 was the longest on-foot attempt you've done before your 55K.
Thank you for giving me credit for that.
You earned it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see where you'd be a little bit nervous.
Oh, I was terrified.
And had Jordan, your boyfriend.
Oh, you can call him Jordan. His name is Jordan.
Well, okay. I didn't know if I was name dropping here.
Let's talk about how you creepily stalk Jordan.
When was this?
You send me pictures of.
Oh, I was at a seminar and they had his name on the screen. So I'm like, what did I do? Well, no, let's go back. I'm the host. I will ask the questions here. Thank you so much. You're in the wrong chair to be asking questions.
Can we switch chairs?
No. We got to treat these like your grandma's chairs. That's what the sign says.
We do have a sign that says that we cannot lean back on the chairs.
It says, act like you are at grandma's.
I think Grandma would let us lean back on the chairs.
So you ran your 55K. Had Jordan run anything that long? Because he's a triathlete, right?
Yes. So he does the Ironmans.
Okay.
But he had not done. That was his first ultra as well.
So you did your full ultra. So you're that couple.
That's so precious.
You're that couple.
I know.
Okay, great. Everybody, pull out your barf bags. So how did you guys run together?
Hell no.
Okay.
He's a lot taller than me. He's a lot faster than me.
He is taller than you.
So his training runs, he gets the girlfriend miles in there. He runs ahead, and then he's got to loop back and check on me, and then he runs ahead and loops back.
Okay, so he does what my dog does to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you know how it feels.
I know, I do. I'm the girlfriend, I guess, in the relationship with Gunner.
That's weird.
It is weird, but same thing. So you guys ran it together.
At the start of the race, because I was terrified that morning. I didn't speak to him. I told him that I wished that we were broken up so I didn't have to run the race. I said some words.
And you don't think you're Oscar the Grouch. Okay, Zoe.
So he said at the start, he's like, "Oh, we'll stay together for the first couple of miles, and then I'll break away."
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Whoop.
He's gone.
Off. Yeah.
You gotta be okay with that, though.
Yeah, it was
It's probably
fine.
less stress on you as well, right?
But that course, because you go out to the peak and then you come back. So I saw him a couple of times. Saw him coming back. I was going up Ben Lomond. He was coming back.
Did you high five?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We high fived.
That's cute.
Yeah, it was cute.
And then how'd the race go for you?
It was good.
Yeah.
It was hot that year, so that was 2 years ago.
It's in August.
It's in
which
August.
in Utah is hot.
It's super hot.
Anyway, and you're up high with a lot of times you don't have any cover. You're exposed on top.
After you hit Ben Lomond and you're coming down, what is that? We call it Sidewinder because we can't remember the name of it. What's
down
it
to
called?
the parking lot.
Yeah. That little stretch. That part's super exposed.
Yeah, and it's rocky.
And
so it's
then
warm.
I expressed my love to some old man who gave me some popsicles at that aid station.
Okay. Nice. Okay.
And then you're just running along. You're right by the dam. That's awful. There's all that water right there, Pine View.
Yep. And you don't get in
And
it.
you're just running. And you're the only one around. There was like just me and there's all these people like
looking at
in
you.
their boats like, what the hell is wrong with this chick? So I was supposed to have a friend meet me at that last aid station.
Okay. Windsurfer.
Windsurfer. There you go. She was like, she had gone on a long run that morning. She wasn't back down in time.
Mm-mm.
So I texted Jordan.
Because you were running fast.
So fast. No, I wasn't.
So did Jordan finish and come back and run
Jordan
with you?
finished. Jordan had like, he had changed. He was in like...
Showered,
clean.
went to Salt Lake, came back.
Exactly. Yes. Basically. He was like in his clean clothes. He had taken his socks off, taken his shoes off. He put back his sweaty socks and shoes on and came back and ran like the last 2 miles with me.
That's cute.
That's like true love.
That is true
right
love.
There.
That is true love.
I don't know that he was super excited about
I want
it.
someone to love me like that. They would put on stinky socks for me.
I'm going to find someone for you. I'm going to find you a boyfriend to put
with
their
stinky
socks back
socks.
on.
Yeah, I'm into that.
Mm-hmm. Another good story from that race that I think you're going to like. I don't know why I'm even telling you this.
I'm ready.
But I'm doing it.
This is what we do. It's like taxi cab confessionals.
It is.
Yeah. So keep going.
Do you want to hear about my first ever trail hallucination?
I love it.
So went out.
Same race?
Same race.
Okay.
Same race. Went out to Lewis Peak.
Okay.
I'm on my way back. Passed a chick. And then all of a sudden, like the dirt was kind of like coming up on the trail. And I'm like, are there dogs? Somebody coming with some dogs running at me? There were these two giant, fluffy mountain goats.
Wow.
They were.
And this was a hallucination?
I feel like there were not giant, fluffy mountain goats at that point in the trail.
I've seen
They were
some.
pretty big and pretty fluffy.
Did they hit you?
No, they turned down the trail right in front of me.
I don't know if that's a hallucination.
I tried to get my phone out, tried to get the flip phone out to take a picture, but this is high tech stuff here.
Wasn't ready.
It wasn't ready. No, they were huge, huge.
Okay, so
they were
fake.
huge and super fluffy.
Okay, that's a good hallucination.
It's
you
not bad.
smiled, made you happy.
And then I was like, wait a minute, was that
Maybe I should drink some water.
I feel like I should drink something. I should eat something.
Drink something other than what I put in my flask, right? Your little go-to.
Let's not talk about that.
Long run go-to.
So, yeah, they didn't talk to me, though. It took me a while to, figure they couldn't have been real. They were too big and too fluffy.
Well, if they wouldn't have talked to you, they could have been real, too, because they don't really talk. So you might be onto something here, detective.
That's my only hallucination that I've ever had, though.
So when you finished that race, what was your mindset? Were you like, I want to do this again?
Oh, we looked up races.
We looked up
races that night.
That's awesome. And
we went and jumped in Pineview first.
Yeah, that's a good call.
And then we looked up races.
And what was your next
night.
one?
So I think that was the only one we did that year.
Okay. Well, that was August, so it's winding down anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Christmas comes around.
And it's go time.
Christmas comes around. Jordan tells me that he got me a Christmas present, and you know how sneaky I am.
Yeah, I don't know if sneaky is the word. Cheater comes to mind. I don't know. And so
I looked up on Ultra Sign Up to see what he had signed me up for.
You looked up your own name?
Yeah.
So here's a little fun fact / pro tip to all the listeners out there. Don't give away your password to Ultra Sign Up to people that are enablers. Right?
No, you don't ever give your... Why would you do that?
Well, apparently you did at some point.
No, I could just see what I was registered for. You can see what races you're registered for. But
did you register for it?
No, he registered me for it.
Because he had your password.
No, he didn't. You can register someone else.
Whatever.
You can. You don't need their password.
Don't say that out loud.
There you go. Pro tip.
So what was
tip, just sign somebody else up.
What was the races you were signed up for that year?
He had signed me up for Behind the Rocks.
Oh, nice.
50K.
Down in Moab?
Yes. I didn't end up doing the 50K because it turns out I'm not a cross-country skier, and I had a little bit of a back injury from an attempted cross-country.
I remember talking to you about
times.
that. Yeah.
Multiple times.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So I ended up doing the 30K.
Okay.
Jordan did the 50K. I did the 30K.
All right.
Before that, we did Rufa. That was before that.
Running up for air.
I saw you there.
You did see me there.
You had to give me the correct race bib.
I did, because that's what I do.
That's right. Switched it out.
I'm an organized fella.
I had a really lucky number, and you took it away from me.
What number did you have?
I don't remember.
That must have been super lucky.
I think it was like 888.
That is super lucky.
And I think you took it away from me.
I probably kept it.
I think you did.
I probably did.
Now
That's
that you're
something
saying that, yeah.
That's something I would do. Is this it right here?
I didn't put those pieces together until right now.
So Rufa, Behind the Rocks, that's coming out of the gates hard. Rufa's February, Behind the Rocks is March?
Yes.
Or April? It's
March.
early. Okay,
it's March.
Okay.
March.
And then what else were you signed up for?
Then I did. It was a big year this year.
Apparently. Was that this year?
That was this year.
Okay, 2019.
2019,
okay.
Yeah. Then I did the Timp
Trail.
half.
Oh, I love the Timp Trail races.
I was first place in my age division.
There you go. 13 and under. That's awesome. Did Jordan have to sign your waiver? Was he your guardian?
He did. Yep, he signs that waiver for me.
That's so cool.
Then I did Jim's Logan Peak.
That's a good race.
There was a lot of snow this
This
year.
was the snow course.
I told him that I hated him. That's when I finished.
That's always, when you're a race director and people say that, that's a good sign. Like,
I think he
I've
liked
done
it.
races. Oh, yeah. When people tell me stuff when I would direct races, I would take that as a good thing.
My parents were at the finish line, and my mom heard me say that, tell him that I hated him, and she was like,
oh, my gosh, my little girl. We got to go back to Salt Lake.
She's staying out.
We got to cleanse you. So you did Logan. You're loading up because Logan's in June, and then you did.
I was amping up for Speed Goat.
Mm-hmm.
Speed Goat was the big race
in July
this year. That was something.
How did that go?
That went.
Did you do the 50K?
50K,
which is remarkably difficult.
Yes.
Crazy beautiful.
So pretty.
Mm-hmm. How did that go though? Because that race is just power hiking, right?
Yes.
Even the downhills, you're working yourself pretty hard.
Yes.
Because it's not gradual.
No.
So,
he picks the craziest way to go about it.
Did Jordan run that with you?
He paced it.
Okay.
He came up and ran the last.
With stinky, sweaty socks.
I think he changed.
He
that
did.
Time. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. I think he came in fresh. He probably did the last. I don't know. He did the last little bit with me.
Okay.
So you're up pretty much above 9,000 feet elevation, like
a lot.
The whole time.
Yeah.
And I think it's like 12,000 feet a gain. Does that sound right?
Sure.
Down at Snowbird Ski Resort.
Yeah, I've done it multiple times, but I try to forget about it as much as I can.
Yeah.
That's where I first kind of met Joel. Well, I met him at Squaw. Yeah. And I kind of met him again. I was laying in a creek at Squaw, and he came up behind me. What are you doing? I'm like, what does it look like I'm doing, dude? I'm laying in a creek. Jeez, man.
Were you supposed to be running?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
But I was going up a hill with totally exposed, super hot.
Okay.
I was overheating.
Okay.
Yeah. Wasn't supposed to be in the creek either, apparently.
Didn't know that before the race. That was a snowy course this year. They did a different course this year.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were coming out of a nasty section. But that race apparently went pretty well because you finished.
I did finish.
And
I finished. There was a lot of how do you say it? Glissading?
Glissading.
Glissading.
Yep, you nailed it.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
So basically you've done what could easily be debated as the hardest 50K in the U.S., realistically.
That was hard.
So you survived that.
Yes.
After that, did you have stuff planned, or did you plan after that?
I think I still had stuff after that.
Did you?
Yeah.
So
that race.
That'll break you. That will absolutely break you. I've seen it break people. I've felt it break me before. Like, I was broken.
I loved it, though.
Oh, I did, too. It's beautiful.
I want to do it again. I can't do it next year, though. The dates aren't going to match up.
I know. That's where my struggle is with the dates.
They changed it.
Did they again?
Well, they moved it back a week from what it was this year.
He kind of moves it around a little
like
bit
it.
every year.
I want to do it again.
But you're not this year?
I'm not this year.
What are you doing this year?
El Vaquero.
Okay, 50K.
50K.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Favorite race probably of all time still to this date.
That's what I hear.
It's beautiful.
I was debating some races this year, and I'm like, nope. Eric says it's his favorite.
It is.
I'm going to go for it. Debbie told me it was her favorite.
Yep.
I got to get Debbie to run it with me.
Yeah, you can do that. She's been running.
Okay. She
She'll
said she
run
was maybe going to do it.
She'll do it.
Is that?
You know, you could always sign her up for it.
Let's do it. Do you have a laptop here?
I do not.
Debbie?
You're in.
You going to do it?
I'll be there. But I won't be doing it. I will be, that's what, August 1st. And I have a 100-miler the following Saturday.
Taper up?
The Ute 100. Yeah, I'm gonna try and run a little smarter this year. See what happens. I've done this long enough. I'm gonna try this new approach where you do it smarter and you train.
That sounds silly.
I don't know. It sounds weird, right? I've been Googling it on the Google to figure it out. So most recently, you just came back from one of the funner experiences I've had. And one of the worst experiences I've had.
Whoa.
Yeah, right? And that's
Why?
been in the same day. You did the Grand Canyon.
I love the Grand Canyon.
So did you start on the south?
Well.
What was your Grand Canyon tour? Did you go rim to rim to rim, rim to rim?
Well, we were going to do rim to rim to rim.
Okay.
Was the plan.
Okay.
And then our training kind of. We did a lot this year.
You did a lot this year. What did you end up doing?
So we did the South Rim to Bright Angel.
Okay.
So South Rim down to Phantom Ranch, up to Bright Angel, back to South Rim.
Okay, that's
so
still.
It was like a 23-mile loop.
That's still
like that.
awesome.
Yeah.
And you did that in October?
November.
Right?
Last month are we in?
We're in December right now. It's the second day of December.
Thank you for orienting me to.
Apparently you need
time
that.
and place.
So it was November.
Was November. Yeah, it was just a couple weeks ago.
And the weather was
amazing.
Was it?
Yeah. You know, we were going to Vegas to a show, and so if you go to Vegas, you obviously go to the Grand Canyon.
We have a different map quest, I believe.
I've heard that a lot. A lot of people didn't see the logic in that, but
I'm not saying I don't see the logic in it. I think if you're a runner, that's a great detour.
Yeah.
But
I mean, what do you Vegas?
I don't go to Vegas, so
neither do we.
Yeah. What show did you go to?
Bert Kreischer.
Or can you say? What is it?
Bert Kreischer. He's a comedian. Do you know him?
Bert Kreischer. I do not.
The Machine.
I don't know him.
To look up Bert Kreischer.
Okay. I'll look him up. So you drove all the way to
hilarious.
Vegas to see him, so he must be good.
Yeah.
Okay.
We like him.
And did you do Grand Canyon before or after
yes.
Bert?
Oh, yeah. For sure. Before.
Okay. I said before or after, and you said for sure, so I got confused a little bit. I'm like, you went to Grand Canyon both directions. Okay. That was the round trip.
We went first.
First, okay.
Yeah, you got to, do all the work and then
relax
Vegas.
Relax and see the show.
Yeah.
So what was the Grand Canyon experience? Did you guys just...
I cried. It was so pretty.
What's that?
I think I cried.
In the Grand Canyon?
It was so pretty.
What was
I loved it.
It's been a while. I'm going back next year.
I want to go.
I've already got my reservation. It is end of April, 1st of May. It's like May 1st or 2nd.
You got your reservation?
Oh, yeah, man. Place sells out for places to stay.
I felt like we did not get our reservation.
Well, you're not going at like a big time of the year, though.
Okay.
Yeah, November's a tough season there. It could be either way. I've gone in October and it snowed on me, like blizzard snow.
I think like a couple of days after we got back, they got snow.
Yeah. So when we're going, there's a group of us going in that time frame, April, May.
I want to go. Can I invite myself?
Absolutely, you're in.
You doing rim to rim?
To rim. We're doing the south, north, south.
Okay.
But
those stairs are brutal.
There's some feelings.
The thought of going up those stairs. That sounds fun. After how many miles?
It's not fun.
There was some sarcasm in that.
Yeah, I'm not playing that. So my worst experience there, and it was with Joel Hatch, of course.
Of course.
He's
kind of like your boyfriend. He's there for you.
He kind of is.
He'd put his socks back on.
He's never got me something like nice for Christmas, but whatever.
Has he signed you up for a race?
No.
You signed up for a race together with him?
We have done a lot of races together, but not.
He'll get there.
I hope so. I think our relationship's turned some corners, and I think we're there.
Him.
Yeah, I think we're there.
Okay.
But yeah, we were at the Indian Garden. Is that right? What is it?
That's right.
Yeah, right. I said Indian Garden.
Indian Garden's like closer to
South
Bright
Rim.
Angel.
Yeah, so it's right at the bottom, and that's that was right when you're getting ready to climb out, right? Isn't that the Indian Garden? Anyway, there's the garden down there, right? You're getting ready to climb out of the damn canyon.
Are you
going
going
up south
to Bright Angel?
We're going to the South Rim. We're going up to the South Rim, back to camp or our hotel, and I was struggling. And I'm like, Joel, dude, this climb looks ominous. I need to collect my stuff. I got to get geared up and ready to go. He's like, hey, you've got a hydration vest. Let me drop a couple of these tablets in your hydration vest, and this will help you. It's these noon tablets. I'm like, yeah, let's whatever works.
Give you some drugs.
Dropped a couple in there. I'm sitting there on this rock. I'm getting all amped up, sucking down my hydration bladder, and I looked at Joel, and I said, man, I don't feel that good right now, Joel. And he's like, really? And I said, no, exorcism. Totally exorcist. It was projectile across the way.
Did it hit Joel?
I don't think it did. It was like fire hose time. He was giggling. After that episode, I laid down because I was exhausted. I felt like I did like 2,000 crunches.
I bet.
And the way out was rough.
Yeah.
I was totally worked. I'd go up, I'd lay down. At one point, I laid down, and I was absolutely laying down across the trail, and I threw up again.
Did the donkeys
No, it was nighttime. Okay. I had our headlamps, and I'm laying in the trail, and I just laid down, and I knew I had to throw up, and I didn't want to sit up, so I just kind of let it come out the side. Went up some more, fell asleep on the trail, opened my eyes, my headlamp's still on, and there's eyes looking like literally 6 inches from my nose, or like a mouse or something. Yeah, at that point I finished. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to do this anymore. So that was my bad experience there.
Okay.
But there's too many good experiences
Joel
there.
wait for you?
I don't even think so, but I don't remember. It's a blur.
Was anybody waiting for you at the top? Or
yeah, Jim Skaggs was in his car.
Did they just leave you there to die?
They knew I'd find my way. There's, the next morning there's people.
Or you'd find your way down to the bottom of the canyon,
which
slipping
is
on
quicker.
Slip it, yeah, it's
It
true.
wasn't slippery. It wasn't bad. But the next time I went,
you're right on the edge of that cliff, right there.
I think there's a point in time where part of you is okay with that.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
It's like I thought, if I slip right now, I've made peace with myself, and I will never have a noon tablet again. I went home and I threw my entire hydration bladder in the garbage can because I couldn't get the smell out of the bladder. And I'm like, I've never to that day never had it.
So you've never done noon again?
Ever again. And it's kind of like a joke now when Joel and I talk. It's just he remembers it vividly. And I will never have it again. And it's nothing against the product. I'm sure it's a fantastic product, but at the time and place where I was, it was the wrong
Now I want to know like what was in there, what it did to you.
It made me throw up.
Well, I want to know why.
Because it made me throw up. I wasn't feeling good. I needed like a cheese curd.
You think it was just the taste?
I needed a bean and cheese burrito.
You need it. Can you eat like a bean and cheese burrito like mid-race?
Oh, heavens no.
Oh, okay.
I can eat one right now.
Okay.
I'm eating healthy, so maybe I wouldn't.
But some people can take like quesadillas. Like I mean, maybe it's different on 100-miler.
It depends on the race and where I'm at. Yeah, there's things I've eaten before that I normally wouldn't that have helped me a lot.
Yeah, see, I just do like popsicles and fruit.
I don't do sweets very well.
Oh.
Like popsicles are not my gig. I get phlegmy too with all the sugar.
I love the popsicles.
Yeah.
Speed Goat, there was one aid station that had popsicles and got left with like 4 popsicles in my hand.
Popsicle. I didn't. You make that noise when you run. You're totally a Sesame Street character.
I got popsicles in my hand.
So Zoe has a wand, if I remember correctly. So that could be. Here's a popsicle wand. Someone's going to make that meme.
I hope so.
One of our listeners will.
I hope
They're
so.
pretty classy. So the Grand Canyon. What are you going to go? So you want to go back and do it again?
I wanted to go back Well,
right
the
away.
next day we did just a shorter run. We didn't have much. We had to get to Vegas. So.
Yeah, you got to go see your comedian.
Go see Bert.
Yeah, see Bert and Ernie.
Bert.
Bert and Ernie.
Maybe we should get him on the show.
I don't know.
He ran a marathon.
He may have a fee I can't afford.
I don't know.
Yeah, probably would. He's classy.
He's not that classy.
He might be.
He's not.
So what's your upcoming races? 2020. What does that bring for you?
El Vaquero.
Okay, so you got El Vaquero.
El Vaquero is like the big one.
8120, right?
That's right. I believe so. Somewhere 81, 82.
It's
oh,
81.
Okay, it's 81.
I said it like that's what it is.
Oh, because you're doing your race on 8/8, and it's a week later.
And that's my favorite number.
Hashtag math.
8/8. Hashtag math.
Mm-hmm. That's a good date.
For me, it's the best.
2020.
Yeah, it's.
I got a thing with
ridiculous.
numbers too.
I'm a numbers guy.
Yeah.
All my bibs, for the listeners that don't know, when I get a bib for a race, I have to make it equal 8. Whatever the number is.
What if you can't?
Then I probably struggle the rest of the day.
There's no way you've been able to make every race bib.
No, not every, but you'd be
8.
surprised what I could do with numbers. Like I'll add that, divide that, times that.
You stole mine. That was 888.
Well, that's hearsay.
Do you know that I had a race number once? It was 666.
Yeah, I would probably turn it upside down and run at that point. What number are you? 999.
That was a road run.
Yeah, that's why you get
that's
it.
Why. That's what it was.
So do you have anything else besides the Vaquero for 2020?
I think we're going to go back to Behind the Rocks.
Okay.
I'm going to do that. Rufa. I'm going to do Rufa again.
Which one are you doing?
I
6
think
hours?
I'm going to do the 6 hours.
What time's your start? Here in Ogden?
Yeah, the
Mainlands?
Ogden one.
Okay.
I haven't signed up for it yet.
I'll be
I need to.
volunteering. I just
Okay.
haven't signed up yet.
To
Yeah, 'cause there's a sign-up sheet.
Oh, okay.
So I haven't
aren't you
made it
gonna run
legit.
it? Why can't you volunteer and run?
Because I just want to volunteer.
Why can't you run
Because
it?
I have a really heavy 2020 schedule, and I don't need to throw more stuff in there.
Okay, that's fair.
That makes me nervous.
That's fair.
I probably am a little bit over my head as it is right now, but
It seems like you got a lot going on.
I do. It's a busy year for me, but I'm really excited for 2020, so I'm all in. I just figured I'm not half-assing it. I'm going all in.
Whoa.
So, boom.
Whoa.
And I think Rufo would just, I'd never say never, right? It's basically 6 hours is 3 trips. So I'm thinking it's like a training run, right? But we'll see. We'll see. If it works out, maybe I will.
Okay.
But I definitely want to help out and volunteer because
Okay.
I know volunteers are scarce a lot of times.
You going to be up at the top with the bacon?
No, but I'll probably have bacon wherever I'm at.
Okay.
Because I like bacon. Last year I did 3 a.m. check-in, set up and check in. That was pretty early and really cold.
Really early.
But it was hard to find volunteers then,
like
so
it's
I just
gonna
slipped
be
in there.
Even colder this year.
It probably will be.
I don't know if I'm ready for that.
Yeah, I think that's why I want to volunteer
Okay.
as well.
Yeah, are you talking me out of it?
No, you need to do the 12-hour.
No,
actually.
I think Jordan's going to do the 12 hours. Jordan
he?
did the 12-hour last year.
Yeah. And he's going to do it again.
I think he'll do the 12. I'll do the 6.
So, Behind the Rocks, Rufa, nothing between them?
No, I want to find something in between.
Yeah.
El Vaquero. What are you doing? You're doing one up in Oregon.
Yes. Oh, my God, I'm so excited. It's on a Monday because that's Memorial Day.
Okay.
And it's in Portland.
Okay.
Stumptown, 50K. And I can't tell you how many years I've looked at this. I got my hotel booked.
Whoa.
I've registered. I'm all in. I'm super excited for that race.
Okay, that one looks good. Or they had one in June that looked good too.
There's a few up there.
There was one. Yeah, there's one in June, like the Y East.
Yeah, Y East Wolfpack have them.
Something like that.
Yassine does a lot of races up there.
Is Stumptown like the one I need to do if I'm going to do one?
I'm going to say yes, just because I'm doing it. But if you go look at the photos, you're not going to want to not do it. That's the problem.
I did look at the photos.
They're amazing. It's just, and it's close to town. It's but you're not in town. You're at Forest Park, so.
I don't know.
So I'm really looking forward to that.
We might be there. That might.
I want
to go to one up there.
That's what I wanted to do, and that was the one I picked. So I registered for some races I've done, but there's new races this year, which I'm excited about.
Okay.
Arch is going to be new for me in January.
It's going to be fun.
Stumptown's going to be new. The Utte's going to be new. So there's some new ones for me this year. Beaverhead, I'm going back, so I've done that one.
That one's doing the Bear. June. I think that
July.
Be.
Beaverhead's July. It's my birthday weekend, so that's going to be a celebration of hopefully something at that point. Yeah, hopefully. But it's a big year coming up either way. And I think you should keep loading onto that. Do you have any desire to do a 50-miler?
I don't know.
You should. You've done a 55K. It really isn't that big of a stretch, for real.
I don't know.
I'm doing Squaw Peak as well.
Jordan did Squaw Peak, yeah. Jordan did Squaw Peak last year.
Do it this year with me. I'm doing it.
Okay. I don't know. I think he might. I don't know. He wants to do another 50-miler.
Do that one.
This year.
It's a good one. It's close.
Yeah.
You can take an overnight bag if you want.
We probably would need
Provo.
to.
Yeah.
It's Provo.
Yeah, run that one. You could do a 50. You've done a 55K. Do a 50-mile.
You're going to have to get Jordan to sign me up for one.
All right, fine.
That's how it works.
Easy. Done.
Okay.
Okay, so you're doing Squaw Peak.
And then I'll cry a little bit.
So I know you said you don't have a desire or you're kind of on the fence there. What about a 100-miler?
Ooh.
Like, seriously, I mean, you got plenty of years left in you.
And I'm only 13.
You're 13, so as soon as they let 13-year-olds run hundreds, I mean, by the time you're 16.
It's going to be a while before they allow that.
Yeah, it depends on the race.
What is the age limit?
Depends on the race, I think.
Okay.
I think you probably could run some at this point.
You think so?
I think so.
At least by the time I get to be 18, that's what, like 5 years?
Yeah, trail running will be over by then, though. Like, trail running will be non-existent because it's not growing at all. But no, you don't have any. I mean, in the back of your mind, does it intrigue you?
It intrigues me.
Okay, but what?
But I feel like you finish a 55K and you're like, that was enough. Like that was.
But you know why?
I can't imagine like doing that again.
Okay, so this is my thought when I went into it. I said the same thing when I started running. I hated running before I started running. I'm like, why? I'm not chasing a soccer ball. What is the purpose? I started running, and that was my mindset going in. I ran the 25K on Antelope Island, and I thought, why would I run farther, right?
Yeah.
But it's your mind. So you said, I did the 55K. That was because that's where you knew was your finish line. Yeah. So if your finish line's a 50-mile, then you look at it differently. Because I finished Squaw on my first 50, and I thought, there is no way I'm turning around and running back to the start.
Yeah.
but because you weren't, you were there for a 50. Because I ran Squaw Peak, and the first year I ran it, my GPS, because this was, I don't know, like, this was pre-fire, so fire hadn't been invented yet when I ran this. But
did you have a flip phone?
They didn't have flip phones at that time.
This one might have been around.
My cable wasn't long enough to stretch from my car, right? My station wagon. But I remember I was coming down the canyon. I looked at my GPS and it said like 52 miles, and I thought to myself, this is a bunch of. I was pissed. This is supposed to be 50. I was like mile 52. I was done. I was so mad, and I probably had a mile to go. Mm-hmm. So I think it's just your mind.
That mile on the parkway. Well, it's like flat on the parkway at the end of the 50.
Oh, yeah, because you're running down the damn road, right?
Yeah.
It's like, why do I have to run down a road at the very end? And I'm running by, and on my left, there's families in the river and picnicking, and I'm just nasty. And I'm like, give me that burger, dude, you know?
I mean, you could have taken it.
If the fence wasn't been there,
they might have been able to outrun you at that
point. They would
have
chased me down pretty easy. Yeah, they would have chased me down. But I think that's what it is. So if you signed up for Squaw Peak, which you'll be signed up for soon, I think it'd be fine. Really.
Do I need to check my ultra sign up? Am I signed up for it right now?
I wouldn't check right now, but I would probably check it by weekend when the weekend rolls around. You know, Christmas is here, right?
That's true.
Yeah. So Santa's birthday, I believe, is December 6th. I think I read that.
Santa's birthday?
I used to have a Alvin and the Chipmunks album, a record player, and I remember that being on their calendar, and it just sticks in my head. So I think his birthday's Friday.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
I feel like we should celebrate that.
I do every year.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have to
have
get
a
Santa
marshmallow Santa, chocolate-covered marshmallow Santa. I eat his head.
Eat Santa on his birthday.
Well, then they shouldn't have made the chocolate-covered marshmallow, because that's a weakness for this kid.
Really? You like that?
I do.
Oh,
It's got to be the right, like Russell Stover's, though.
Oh, that's the worst.
No, it's like Brock's. You can't do a Brock's. It's got to be Russell Stover's. They take pride in what they do on their mass-produced sugary treats.
That's like the cheap chocolate and the marshmallow.
Not Russell Stover. Not Russell. Me and Russ go back, so whatever. Okay. Hashtag Russell Stovers. Okay, so big year.
So squaw. You're going to make me do squaw?
Yeah, you should. You know what's going to do?
Can I do it in like the next year?
No, because that's waiting too long. If you do squaw and then you roll into El Vaquero is going to, I don't mean the word easy, but it's not going to seem as difficult. How's that? Because El Vaquero's beautiful, but it's not an easy 50K.
No, I feel like it's going to, I think Debbie told me it's kind of similar to Speed Goat. It's kind of rough.
No, I wouldn't go there. Yeah. Speed Goat kind of is on its own Satan level, but I mean, I think El Vaquero gets you because you don't expect it, and the views are remarkable. So on the way down to the turnaround is amazing, and then you have to come back up, and it's deceptive. That's the word I'm looking for. It's deceptively
difficult. After I go down,
difficult.
I got to go back up?
Yeah, it's an out and back. So you start off on a big climb.
I thought I went up and then turned around and came back down. I thought I was hiking up and running down.
That's the 20. You run and you go down to the 25K turn, and you come back up the whole way. So it's like a 7-mile grind at one point.
Okay,
where
that's
it's runnable.
I should have known this before I signed up.
What I like to tell people is when you sign up for a race, check out the info, because sometimes that helps.
I just went with you said it's your favorite race.
It is.
Okay.
But it doesn't mean it's easy. I mean, it's not. It's not.
I don't want it to be easy.
It's not Speed Goat hard. It's different. There's some. It's runnable. But the problem is like when you're going down to the turnaround, it's like literally almost 7 miles of you can run it. Okay. And it's comfortable, but sometimes if you're not smart, and I'm talking about myself right now, you might try and go faster than you should. Okay. And so when you turn around and come back, you're kind of like, dang it, that was weird.
So go slow.
I would say go slow, but don't be too in big of a hurry.
Go slow.
Yeah, and the run out's good, so you'll love it. So yes,
I'm excited for the hoodie.
That's the best.
And there's like some Huckleberry soda. See, I did my research. Hoodie, Huckleberry soda, like done.
And the start finish is remarkable. So, and it's going to sell out soon for those out there that have not registered.
I already signed up.
And I'll be there hanging out. 2 years ago, I ended up cooking burgers for about 4 hours.
Okay.
I still smell kind of charry.
I'm not going to want a burger after running. That sounds terrible.
It's what you think. You suck down that soda, and you're going to sit there for a minute to finish. Yeah, and you say, hey, Eric. And I'll be like, you need a burger? You got these veggie burgers. I served like 3 of those one year to 28.
I don't think I'm going to eat a burger.
Okay, well, that's yet to be determined.
Okay.
But it's a good race, so. Well,
yeah, but I feel like I still got to get some more on there, though.
You do. I think you need to go something in the spring, But if you come to Grand Canyon, that'll be good.
That's true.
Squaw Peak, you'll be totally set for Squaw Peak after the Grand Canyon. Squaw Peak will be like a walk in the park. And then you can or don't have to do something in July. Hit El Vaquero. I think you need something after El Vaquero.
There's like some surf series in July. I thought about doing one of those.
Yeah, hit them hard.
It's a little crazy.
Herd,
Herd.
Hike up, run down. Herd. H-U-R-D, baby. Hike up, run down.
You're going to use it.
You know I'm going to use that.
Can we get that on a sticker?
We can try.
I think we should. Did you notice my TrailManners sticker?
I saw the taper up sticker.
That confuses people.
It does, and that's why I like it so much.
I take it to, this is like my work bottle, and they're like, taper up. They're confused by a lot of this trail running stuff.
And stuff that comes out of the podcast is confusing.
Yeah.
We like to keep it a little different.
It's good.
Unique.
It's good.
Speaking of unique, we're going to finish up here with the lightning round. And I know you kind of peeked at some of these questions.
I'm scared.
But hopefully you forgot some of them.
I'm scared.
Now, don't be scared, but you can't take your time. This isn't like a quiz. This is just, kind of what comes to mind. And they're fun. That's what makes it great, is they're fun. They're not serious. So we'll start with an easy one. Okay. Just to get the creative juices flowing.
Now I'm up to an 8.
You're up to an 8. So that's you're peaking right now. You're tapered up, basically. It usually goes the other way. People get a lot more comfortable.
No, but then I was comfortable until you threw this in.
It's a lightning round. It's what we do here at the TrailMannersPodcast.com. TrailManners.com. All right, here we go. First one. Finish this sentence. I cannot run without.
Oh, my pack, for sure.
See, that was easy, right?
It's like my...
What kind of pack is it?
It's like my safety blanket. Like, I have to have it with me. I have it overpacked. I have, like, a lot in there. I've gotten better because Jordan's made me, like, take some stuff out of the pack because it's a little bit ridiculous how much I keep in there.
You need a whole jar of pickles in your pack. Just
one
or two.
You do. couple of jars of pickles. You need a couple of Cliff Bars for sure.
Yeah.
You need a lot of water.
Yeah.
You need, like, an extra layer of clothes.
Yeah.
A couple extra layers of clothes.
And this was your last 5-mile run.
No, I'm not even kidding. I take a pack on, like, a 5-mile run.
What pack do you use? It's Christmas time.
I know. Nathan, I got the Nathan pack.
Okay. Because we're doing our Christmas episode coming up, and so packs are going to be on there.
I got a lot of Nathan packs. I got a lot of packs, too.
Yeah. You're a collector of packs.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Mm-hmm. Especially if you cannot run without your pack.
Mentos. Right? I also need Mentos. For a long run, those Mentos get you through.
That just sounds not good.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I love Mentos.
Sounds phlegmy.
No.
Too much sugar.
I love Mentos.
If you could pick one person to run some trails with and pick their brain or to talk to, who would it be?
Oh, Killian.
Killian?
I mean, I wouldn't be able to keep up with him, though.
The Hornet?
Yeah.
I love that'd be fun. He's a fun guy,
But
too.
Do you think he would just, like,
absolutely
walk next to you?
Absolutely.
You think he would?
Absolutely. One of the nicest guys.
Have you
Seriously,
met him?
I have met him.
Where'd you meet him?
Western States.
Did you pick his brain?
Not really. We just chatted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was just cool. I've seen him at Speed Goat.
Yeah, he did do the Speed Goat in like 2 hours. I think.
He cheated, and it was an accident. But he
did cheat?
Well, he cut switchbacks because that's what Europeans do.
Yeah.
And it worked out in the end. It wasn't a big deal for him. He was cool. He's just a really nice guy. So he would walk with you for sure, or jog slowly, whatever it took.
Okay.
If someone wrote a biography about your life, all 13 years, what would the title be? A book about your life. What would the name of the book be?
Probably just Flip Phone Martinez.
Flip Phone Martinez?
Flip Phone Martinez.
See, that's catchy.
I don't know.
You are an iconic character of the Trailmanners podcast. Zoe.
With
hold your popsicle.
I
Maybe it's the flip phone.
I bet I could like shoot popsicles out of here.
This is getting places.
Getting better and better.
If there was a movie made about your life, who would play you?
Oh, it'd have to be Emma Stone.
Oh, she's funny.
Yeah.
She's on Zombieland.
She's funny.
Huh?
She's funny.
Is that the Zombieland girl?
She's on Crazy Stupid Love.
Yeah, I haven't seen
that. She's the redhead.
I haven't seen it.
Okay.
Is it a love story?
It's like a romantic comedy.
You haven't seen it.
It's pretty funny.
I think I know who she is. I think she's on Zombieland.
I don't know. She's redhead. She's cute. She's funny.
Okay, well, I'm lost at that point.
Okay.
I'm thinking it's the same person.
Okay, we'll go with that.
All right, next up, guilty pleasure song on your iPod.
Oh.
Something you may not own up to in public, but you're going to do
I would own up. No, I'd like own up to anything.
Well, Turtles is Man, I Feel Like a Woman
And
by Shania Twain.
I know.
So
I
what's
like
your
that.
guilty
and then you guys
pleasure
burst
song?
out into song with that.
It's hard not to.
I mean, it
it's
really is.
hard not to.
I got a lot of T Swift.
Oh,
I love T
her
Swift.
new album, huh?
Tay. Oh, I love it.
I'm with you.
She needs to come to Utah.
Oh yeah, again.
I know. Have you seen her?
Yeah, she came by once the other day. But
just stop by the
just
apartment.
had coffee.
Okay.
Yeah, it was cool.
Why didn't you invite me over?
I didn't know you were a T Swift fan. I say I like T Swift, and people give me grief.
She writes songs about my life. I'm
really?
Pretty sure. Oh yeah, every song of hers I can relate it to my life.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want
like I Forgot That You Existed. I know the songs.
I know. I know. I'll Marry You with Paper Rings.
Oh, I like that one.
That's a good one.
Yep. Cruel Summer.
Ooh, that one's good. Delicate. Lover. Oh, Lover's so cute. We can leave
sweet.
our Christmas tree up until January.
I leave mine up way longer.
Want.
Yeah, Christmas lights.
We
can leave our Christmas lights up till January. That's pretty close, you got to admit.
That's good.
That was actually
That's
me.
good.
That wasn't Taylor Swift for those out there that got confused
real quick. I think people
quick.
are going to be confused.
Okay. Favorite, I'm going to Disneyland in less than 2 weeks with my daughters. I'm so excited. That's their
fun.
Christmas present. Just
That's
me and
fun.
the two girls.
Oh, it's going to be, do you know that I love Christmas?
I love Christmas.
I love Christmas
my favorite
so
holiday.
much.
And in Disneyland,
and it's gonna be
off
all
the
decorated
charts.
like
I know.
Christmas.
I've been there and done
Isn't
Christmas
Mickey dressed
before.
up like Santa
All of
Claus?
them are.
Can I
All
come
of
with
them.
you?
Yeah.
Can I be your adopted daughter? I can be your youngest daughter.
Hey, man, it pays to be my daughter. I love my daughters. So what's your favorite Disney movie?
Pocahontas.
Is it really? I haven't seen that one.
You stop it.
I'm serious.
How have you not seen Pocahontas? She runs through the forest.
Okay.
She sings The Colors of the Wind.
I haven't.
She jumps off the cliff and into the waterfall.
I'm not saying
Grandmother Willow.
I will
John
watch
Smith?
this. I hit a chord,
Miko?
folks. Her face, as she's telling me, is going bonkers.
How have you not seen this?
I just haven't seen it yet because there's so many. I have Disney Plus though, so I'll watch it now.
How have your daughters have to have seen Pocahontas?
I'm not saying they have or
If Aspen
haven't.
hasn't seen Pocahontas,
I'm going to say she hasn't.
Failed as a father.
Okay, it's a quiet in here now. You hit the soft part of my heart. That's the only part of my heart that's whole right now, and it's cracking. Oh God.
You've got to watch, especially being a trail runner. I don't know if it really relates to trail running as much as I remember.
If that was in the title, it's Pocahontas Trail Runner, then I might have watched it.
But she runs while she's singing The Colors of the Wind. She's running through the forest.
Sound of Music, you sing and run. A lot of them you do that.
The leaves are flying.
Okay. Next question, please, Eric. Favorite race distance and why?
50K.
You've never done a 50 miler? I'm going to get all over this now. Is it a 50K or a 55K?
Well, I've only done one 50K and one 55K.
So, and you liked the 50K better?
Well.
Yes? Which 50K?
The 50K was Speed Goat, right?
Okay, yeah.
Speed Goat's a 50K.
Yeah. So 50K?
I mean, I loved Speed Goat. But Speed Goat's in Cottonwood, and I love Cottonwood. I got to
say Speed Goat.
Slide down a mountainside.
You got to herd it.
I got popsicles.
You're a hurdler?
Herd.
And I think we covered this. What was your first ultra you ever ran? Skyline?
Skyline.
It's a good course.
That's a good one.
It's a good course.
It's a good one. I thought about doing it again this year. But it's the week after
El Vaquero.
Yeah.
Last thing you binge watched?
I don't binge watch much.
What's on your Netflix queue?
Oh, This Is Us.
What is?
It's a TV show.
Oh, I'm like, I don't even know what's going on right now. This Is Us.
Have you not heard of This Is Us?
I'm going to say probably.
It's like a current series.
I'm going to say
There's
no.
the triplets. There's the
I'm
triplets. One of them's the black kid that they adopted.
I've never seen it.
It's like from them, it shows like them growing up to like them currently to their future. You cry every episode.
I'm out.
I cry.
I can't watch stuff
I just cry.
If there's a cry, I'm going to cry. I'm a crier.
Cry. You should watch it, though.
I tear up.
love it.
That's why I haven't watched Pocahontas.
I love it.
I don't want to cry.
I did cry in Pocahontas.
That's why I haven't watched it. There you go.
Turns out I'm a crier is what we're finding out this podcast. That was
the
the first movie I cried in was Pocahontas.
Really?
At the end? Oh, yeah. Then I was like 5 years old and I cried.
No way. That movie's been out that long?
I promise. Well, that was only 8 years ago?
I guess that's true.
Yeah, that movie's been out a long time.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't think that.
Yeah. When did you think Pocahontas came out?
I don't know, a couple of weeks ago. I don't know. Well, not very long, though.
Are you going to go home and watch it?
No.
Gunnar will like it.
I doubt it.
Gunnar will like it.
I don't think so.
He will.
He's not really big into TV. All right, and here we go. This is a good one. This is a good one. First one, I think you're going to be asked, what are your 2020 resolutions / goals? Because I'm a goal guy, not a resolution guy. Some people are resolution people. What do you got for 2020? What are some things that don't have to be trail related? What are some things that you've got?
Can't El Vaquero be my 2020 goal?
Whatever you want it to be.
Okay,
that
El Vaquero.
El Vaquero, that's
El
it?
Vaquero.
So you're brilliant in 2020. The only thing on your mind is I want to do well at El Vaquero.
There's some other things on the mind.
Okay, well, we're here. We're waiting. We're still here. People are barely listening.
Why would people not be listening? This has been a good time.
Yeah, Pocahontas.
Like
what do you got, Pocahontas? That's what your nickname is, Pocahontas now. So
okay.
what else
I'll
is
be
2020?
Pocahontas.
2020 goals.
2020. Yeah, you're like, there's some other goals.
That's cool.
Of 2020.
That's what we're waiting for still. That's what's really weird about that question. It's still floating. It's still in the atmosphere. It's still locked in the room with us.
We are locked in a room.
Yeah.
We are.
Can't share any with us?
No, it's top secret. It's to be determined.
When it happens, will you let us know?
You'll know.
We'll know?
You'll know when it happens.
I know what they are.
You know what they are?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yep.
What is it?
I can't tell you because I don't want to ruin the show, but it has something to do with cheese curds. I know that.
There's going to be a lot of cheese curds.
There's a big
I
pile
don't know
right
if I could get... Does Roosters do the cheese curds to go?
Oh, yeah.
Do they do to go?
Yeah.
Oh, I failed.
Yeah.
I failed. Okay.
I always get them
Next
to go.
time.
Best
Can I come
thing
back
ever.
again?
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you could be another guest on our show.
Okay.
As long as you're more open with us and talk about your personal life and goals that everybody wants to know about.
Can we bring Jordan next time?
Would he be fun behind the mic?
I think it'd be. I like to.
Because you know how talkative I am in public settings.
Yeah.
Right? When there's a group of people I don't know, you know how
Should we talk about how I saw you in a public setting and you were like a lost little puppy?
I killed it. Are you kidding me? I was the center of attention.
Like a lost little puppy.
Running over, please.
We locked eye contact across the Veo ponds.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm killing it over here. Look at all these people just swarming me.
Everybody talking to me.
Yeah, I was like, get away. I want to go talk to my friend. Huh?
You were out.
Out?
You were like in and out.
Yeah, well, that's what I do. That's my gig. That's my game.
You were so uncomfortable.
I really was.
It was my favorite.
It was
uncomfortable.
Really uncomfortable.
Eric was fun.
And that happens a lot more than people think.
It's okay.
But I survived.
Yeah. I don't know. I think we could get Jordan talking.
All right. We got a big year planned for 2020 for the TrailManners podcast. We got a lot of good guests. We have some fun times, so there's plenty of space.
Okay.
Well, Megan, Flip Phone, Zoe, Pocahontas, Martinez.
I hope somebody draws a cartoon of that.
That'd be awesome.
Do we have artist listeners?
I don't have an illustrator.
All of a sudden it's a we. Now I am TrailManners.
Well, and obviously you don't listen to my podcast very often. Because
I told you I've only listened to it twice.
Because that's all I tell people. When I say TrailManners, I say we, and I mean everybody. It's not just me and Gunnar and Joel. It's everybody as part of the podcast. So when you say we, I don't even take offense to it. I like it.
I really want a picture of me as Pocahontas running.
I really want a logo to be complete on my TrailManners stuff. I don't have an illustrator. Kind of. I have someone working on something, but I don't try to get too off into the weeds with it. But we got some changes coming to the TrailManners podcast.
You got Gunners in the bus now. Bus, van, what do we call them?
It's a bus.
It's a bus. I think
I
called it a
bus.
van. I think I called it
it's
a van
too.
earlier.
You can do either one. It's not a Beetle or a Bug. That drives me crazy. You got a Volkswagen Beetle? Nope. You got a Bug? Nope. It's a bus.
What's a bus doing?
It's at the mechanic still.
Okay. Is it going to be up and running?
That's the plan.
Okay.
But I don't have a place to put it during the winter, so I'm kind of not pushing him because it's free storage right now.
That's
he doesn't charge me to store
true.
it. So yeah, there's that.
Okay.
It'll be back. And so will the TrailManners podcast. So thanks for coming on the show.
It was fun.
You did awesome. I know you were uncomfortable. You sent me text messages.
I did.
Everything.
I also told you I wasn't going to show up.
And you made me nervous.
I made you nervous.
So when you walked in the door, I was really excited because this show is being recorded on the 2nd and launching on the 3rd. So I got some work cut out for me tonight to get it cut and ready to go.
Gunner's going to do it.
He will not do it. He's not.
Give him some thumbs.
He's not allowed to use the mouse anymore.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I had a bad mouse experience with him. So anyway, it's okay though. He's okay.
Okay.
But thanks for coming on the show.
That was fun.
It's been a long time coming. We've talked about it in the past. Thank you for the cheese curds. I'm guessing these are for me.
Those are for you.
Because the sticker's taken off where the price tag is.
Was.
And that's how I wrap my gifts.
It was. Should've
Actually, I
thought
leave
about
my
when
price tag on. That way people know
I
how.
didn't really know there was a price tag on it until in the parking lot. And then
It's not classy, but they taste good. I bet.
Jordan was like, why are there cheese curds in the fridge? I was like, hey.
Back off, Jordan.
Don't ask questions.
Don't ask questions. Just get me signed up for Speed Goat or Squaw Peak. All right.
If we do Squaw together, we'll come back on.
That'd be fun. Because I'll be there.
You'll be at Squaw?
So grab your flip phone. This is live right now. I'm going to take a photo. This is going to be...
Like we're doing like a Facebook Live?
No, I'm just taking a picture with the cheese curds. So thanks for coming on the show. Thanks for taking the time out of your busy schedule. Good luck with your races, and we will definitely have you back on, as well as keep everybody informed on what you're doing and how well you do those things. And, I think that's it for this week. Have a great Christmas.
You too.
Hope all your wishes come true and your races are signed up for.
I'm going to leave Santa a birthday present. And
Friday.
So then Christmas is going to be the best ever.
You got to.
Because I've never left him a birthday present.
Yeah, could explain a lot of things. I have, and my life is full of stuff.
I'm going to get on your level.
It's going to take time.
For 2020, I'm going to get on your level.
Don't be surprised if you get a box of diapers under your tree, though. That seems to be a theme with you. And thank you, Debbie Farka, for informing us of the diaper situation. This is Eric Manning and Megan Martinez signing off with the Trail Manners Podcast, episode 142 from the Coffee Compound in Ogden. And we are out.
Now go get it.
Thank you for listening to the Trail Manners Podcast. I'd like to thank Megan Martinez for joining us today. I would also want to encourage everybody to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Trail Manners, or swing by the website at TrailManners.com. There you can hit us up on the contact page. Let us know what you want to see, who you want to hear, or if you would like to be on the show. And besides, I love hearing from you. And if you could take a moment and leave us a rating or review on iTunes or Facebook, I'd really appreciate that. And lastly, Trail Manners would love your support via our Patreon account at patreon.com/TrailManners to help keep us alive and kicking. Until next time, this is Eric Manning reminding you, you don't get what you wish for, you get what you work for. Now go get it.